My name's Meredith Sassine, and this is Anna Forrest. She's the author of Fierce Medicine, as well as one of our headliner yoga teachers here at the festival. And we're here today to talk about the beauty of whales, sharks, and all things oceans. Now, I know you have an amazing shark story, and I'm really excited about hearing it. We've got the waves behind us to inspire you to imagine what it's like. So let's begin.
You want me to start with sharks? Okay.
Please do.
I really love being in the ocean, and there's not that much I'm afraid of anymore. But what I've always been terrified in the ocean was of sharks, because I've had this repeating dream over many years in my life of being torn to shreds and killed by sharks over and over and over, and dying in my dream. And I didn't know, is this symbolic? Is this a premonition? And I wasn't really too willing to feel it out, because when I would go into the ocean, though I love being in it, and all the other ocean beings, including the predators, I'm fine with them. It's sharks very specifically. So I had a really powerful shark experience in Australia. And I know you're already spinning a story, but it's not it. Just thought I'd just stop that story. So I went to the aquarium that they have in Australia. And they have this section that's exquisite, where you go underground and the water is shaped in a tube, and you walk through the tube. And there's these huge white sharks in there. And I could watch these sharks like this far away, however thick the glass was. And I could reach up and touch the glass as they swam right over, or sometimes just stop to look at me and not be afraid, for the first time in my life. And it was the first time I could look at them and appreciate their beauty, their ferocity, their deadliness, and not feel fear. Because I was safe from them, but that didn't matter before. And it just, something inside of me, like some old paradigm that was like this crystallized fear of sharks, just crumbled. And I've been in the ocean every day here without that fear. And that was really fascinating. That was just amazing. That was last week.
What a nice release. When you say white sharks, do you mean great white, or do you mean sharks that are white?
They were white. I don't know
Yeah.
if they're great white.
I was just curious.
I'm not a sharkologist.
Yeah, exactly. So there are many aquariums where people can have that experience. I know for sure that the Denver Aquarium has a similar structure like that. It's not underground, of course, but it is circular, and you can look up and look at the sharks there too. So you may want to try that. You have
It was a powerful experience for me. I mean, it was gorgeous, but it was also just the absence of fear and the ability to appreciate something I'd been so terrified of my entire life.
And that it was removed, right? I mean, this experience.
The fear was non-existent, but there was something inside that fell apart, and I could feel it, just like this petrified structure that just turned to crystal dust. It was very cool.
I wish that for everyone who has phobia of sharks. Or anything.
The fears that twist them and taint them, I mean, that's so possible. I mean, that's a lot of what my work is, but I so didn't expect it in the aquarium. I expected it on the mat or in ceremony or with my pipe, but I didn't expect it. It was just gorgeous.
Anytime, any place, miracles can happen. Yes. You have another ocean story, too.
I have many, but the one that I want to talk about is one of the times that I'm pretty sure it was Maui. So on Maui, I was taken out on one of those little Zodiac boats that are legal, so far as going out to look at the whales. And I was with a medicine friend of mine, and I said, let's call the whales. Because we were out there to see the whales, and we didn't see much of anything. Some dolphins came up to say hi, and so we started concentrating. As I learned how to do in medicine, we were calling the whales. And they came over, and they were swimming under the boat. And it was like, they're so big, and this little rubber thing is so little. And I was looking at him, and this whale turned, so it looked right in my eyes, and it was like, oh my God, there's somebody in there. And I just couldn't help it. I had to jump into the water with him.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
I'm totally serious. It was just like I couldn't resist. And I jumped in the water with this whale, and then I thought, oh, that was really stupid, because their fluke was bigger than I was. And they were just so very aware of where I was. And they kind of swam around, and they spun around, they looked at me, and I looked at them, and then they were gone. And the human rules to protect the whales, I just went right through them, and I don't recommend that, because I really like the idea of protecting the whales. but it was just irresistible. And it's a moment that lives in my heart in great joy. It's like I looked in that whale's eyes and then played with them. It was amazing.
The power of connection.
Yeah, I was very connected there. It was like that being was looking at me, and this being was looking at that being, and we were really enjoying each other's company, even when I jumped in the water. And the whale didn't spook at all. It just sort of like moved its fluke, and I went right in.
I love it.
It was pretty funny.
So beautiful stories can happen. If you want to travel out for next year's Wanderlust Oahu, you never know what might happen out here on the Hawaiian Islands. Lots of beauty, lots of ocean to explore. Thanks for taking some time to share us these ocean stories, Anna. Yeah, be sure that you check out Anna's website, forrestyoga.com, and also your book, Fierce Medicine, which is an incredible read. We have more interviews. This is part 2 of a 3-part series. My name is Meredith Sassine. This is Anna Forrest, and we're here at Wanderlust Oahu 2014.